What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Pisces Sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of February 19th and March 20th, then you are a Pisces Sun sign, and this video is for you. Today we're talking about love. You know, it's the time of year when everyone's talking about love, so I thought that we'd do a little bit of a reading on it. Now, this is not going to be like a traditional, love reading. Who are you going to fall in love with? Do they love you back? Nothing like that. Today we're going to look at how you as the sun sign, Pisces, interact with love. And what I mean by that is we're going to look at what your energy surrounding love is, the energy surrounding how you give love and how you receive love, and how you can improve in those areas. So we're going to be using the Anna K Tarot and the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. I've already shuffled these decks, so I'm just going to cut the deck and get started. So let me just center myself here. Okay. All right, let's get right on into it. The first card we're going to look at is this middle card, and it represents your energy surrounding love at this time. And we've got the Four of Pentacles. All right, Pisces friends, the feeling I'm getting from this card is that in loving relationships, and when I say love, I don't just mean romantic partners. I don't just mean a mate. I also mean the love that you give to friends, to family, to your pets. Just love in general. And the Four of Pentacles is leading me to believe that you're a little bit stingy when it comes to love. And the fact that we got a pentacle energy here is maybe this could mean more of the physical realm, the physical aspect. You don't show your love by giving enough, by giving presents. And I hate to say that because that should never be a barometer for love, is how much you spend on the other person. But this might be a little bit of the issue at hand here, is that you're a little bit closed off, maybe emotionally, but I'm getting more of the feeling that you're not really showing your love to the people that you love. And this, like I said, can have to do with giving them presents, but it's about showing them. It's about letting people know that you love them. And I'm getting the feeling that you're kind of closed off to that you're kind of just like, maybe you do love them a lot, but how could they ever know it if you never show it? And I'm not saying that you never show it. And I also want to stress that this is a general reading for a large group of people, but for the most part, I do feel as though that many of you are just being kind of, not scared, but just are stuck in a routine of maybe not showing the love that you need to show. So let's look at this next card here, which represents how you can improve. And we've got a control card. All right, the feeling I'm getting here is that you need to take control of the relationship. When we get into these loving relationships, we kind of get stuck in routine a little bit, and we kind of take things for granted, and we just, let the relationship play out. But this card is asking you to remember that you are 50% of this relationship. You have to take control. If you want this relationship to go in a certain direction, you have to be the one to kind of push it that way. And as a result of you pushing, then the other person will either come along or they won't. But you have to realize that you're not just floating along in this relationship, in your loving relationships, that you are half of it, and you have to step up to the plate and say, okay, I'm responsible for this relationship, at least 50% of it, so I'm going to direct it in the way that I want it to go. And that's kind of the feeling I'm getting from this card, from this control card, is that you need to be a little bit more present in the relationship, in your relationships, I should say. So the other person knows how you feel, and I don't see any lack of love here. You guys are water signs. You're full of love, but you got to show it, and you got to step up to the plate and say, I'm not a passive observer in this relationship. I got to do something about it. So that's the feeling I'm getting for how you the energy surrounding love at this time. Let's look at how you give love. Got the Anna K tarot, and Anna K says we got Knight of Swords. All right, I'm getting the feeling that the way you give love is through speech, through talking, through ideas, and that kind of makes sense with this Four of Pentacles. You're not showing your love in any, you're not really showing your way. Excuse me. You're not showing your love in ways other than telling people. Is sort of the feeling that I'm getting. And, that's great. When you tell someone you love them, that makes them feel good, that makes them feel loved. But at the same time, it's kind of empty if there's no energy behind it, right? If you are not going to show it in other ways, if you're not going to demonstrate it through your actions, for instance, or through your emotions. But, I get the feeling that you are very aggressive with the, explaining your love. So, just a minute. I get this fire here is really sticking out to me right now. There's a flip side to this coin. While, you're expressing love verbally, I do get the feeling that sometimes the things that you say are destructive and they can hurt. And so the feeling I'm getting is you're a little bit careless with your words in loving relationships sometimes. Sometimes you show your love in through arguments, possibly. And you show your love through criticizing others, possibly. And that's a weird way to show love, but there is still love there. So let's see how you can improve on that. We've got success and growth. Can you see that? Yes. All right, the feeling I'm getting from this card is that in order to give love in a better way, you have to be willing to put in time. When I think of growth, I think of a tree. We get the leaves here. A tree takes ages to grow, and it has to develop deep roots in order for it to grow tall. And in order for you to have more success in your loving relationships, in order for you to be more successful in giving love, you have to be willing to put in the work, put in the time. And I think that's sort of... it makes sense with this Knight of Swords. You can say that you love someone all you want, but if you're not going to take the time to grow your roots and to let that relationship grow naturally, then it's empty words. So I think the way you can improve in giving love is to be more committed to your relationships, be more willing to do rather than say. And you'll find that your roots will grow deeper, and that relationship will be improved. Because you're going to be giving more love. I always say that a tree can only grow as tall as the roots grow deep, and that's true of relationships too. And so you have to be willing to put in the time and the effort into a relationship in order to really give all that you have to give. All right, let's look now at how you receive love. We've got the Eight of Swords. Ooh. Right, so the feeling I'm getting here is that you're very self-conscious, and there's a lot of kind of ego thoughts surrounding you that say that you're not deserving of love. And these ego thoughts are products of our environment as we grow up. A lot of the times these things are implanted in us when we're children, and we have a lot of these ideas that we're not really deserving of love. My nose is too big, or I chew with my mouth open. Those are little things, but it can be a lot bigger. I'm just a bad person, so I don't deserve to be loved. And so I get the feeling that there's a lot of that going on, and you're kind of closed off to receiving love a lot of times because of these perceptions that you have that aren't true. They're programming is all it is. You've been programmed through your experiences, through your teachers, your parents, through society has programmed you to maybe look at yourself in a poor light, and as a result I feel as though you're a little bit closed off to receiving love, and it's kind of making it harder for other people to love you because you have all these walls up, and you're so you're so consumed by the reasons why you don't deserve love that you can't see the love that's being given to you. It's dark. I'm sorry, but this is the cold hard truth here. That's what tarot does. All right, let's check out how you can improve in this respect. And we've got to reach out. Give me a moment with this card. All right, so this card is asking you to ask for help. Reach out for help. And this help can come in a variety of ways. Maybe express to your loving partner, like I said, whether it's your partner relationship partner or if it's your family or your friend. But reach out to the person. Maybe express to them your inner worries and inner fears, and ask them for help. And I think that if you kind of show your vulnerability, show your weakness, I think people are going to rush to your aid. You guys are Pisces. People love you. You shower people with love, and if they were to know that you're having trouble in that aspect, I think a lot of people would come to your aid and try to help you to see yourself as a more valuable person. And so reaching out is about, look at these hands here. Many hands make light work. Many hands are lifting this woman up. And she seems kind of morose, kind of down, but she's going up higher and higher because of the help of her friends. So, and loved ones, basically. So I think being a little bit more vulnerable, being more expressive of why you feel you don't deserve love to the people who you love, I think they're going to rush to your aid, and they're going to help you get through it. They're going to help shower you with love. They're going to help you understand why you are valuable, why you deserve love, and it's going to be a beautiful thing, and they're going to help lift you up. So you're going to have to remove the ego. I know it's very hard. It's very hard to be vulnerable. It's very hard to say, I don't feel worthy, and that's the ego getting in your way because you don't want to seem like you're less of a person, right? But if that's what needs to happen for healing, then the ego, you have to just bite the bullet and say, ego, you know what, I know you're trying to protect me from pain, but all you're doing is prolonging the pain. You're not letting me get help. Okay, so just looking back as an overview, I'm sorry, Pisces, this gets to the roots of the matter. And if this reading doesn't resonate for you, it doesn't resonate for you. That's cool. But if it does make sense for you, then I encourage you guys to follow these tips for success. Just as an overview, looking back, the energy surrounding you in love, you're a little bit guarded. You're not really showing your love as much, and I think that's a result of you not taking control. You're just going with the flow and allowing, getting complacent in the relationship. And I think the best thing you can do is gain control of the relationship and realize that you are a 50% partner in this, and you have to dictate some things. The way you give love is kind of through your words rather than your actions, and sometimes those words are destructive. So in order to improve, you have to be willing to put in the hard work, be willing to dig those roots down deep so that you can grow this relationship tall as a tree. So it's going to take time, and you have to realize that sometimes your words are destructive in your loving relationships. And lastly, the way you receive love is a little bit guarded, is a little bit shut off because of your self-imposed perceptions of self. And what you need to do is reach out for help and realize that you in a loving relationship, if those people love you back, they're going to do anything that they can do to help you get through any problems that you may be having. So don't be afraid to reach out for help as far as receiving love and feeling worthy of love. All right, Pisces friends, that's the general reading. I hope it resonated. Remember, this is a general reading for a large group of people. If you want a reading where I tap into your specific energies, head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box below, and we can do a personal reading for you where we get down to the bottom of any issue that you may be having. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and got something out of it. It lets me know that you did. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put those in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about these readings. And please subscribe if you haven't already to stay up to date on all the readings that I offer. You don't want to miss out on those, so I'd really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, maybe even that notification bell to stay up to date on all the videos I release. All right, Pisces friends, I wish you luck in your loving endeavors. I wish you a happy Valentine's Day, and much love and light to you. All right, leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.